same Paquito. And again, how is that going to match up versus King Frenzy? Because he is running that Demon Slayer emblem. He's going to be able to secure some of those objectives early on. But we got to keep an eye on this Natalia as well. Where is he planning, right? He's already forcing Andre to have a hard time at the top lane. And they're going to work around that. Andre is actually getting quite low. And if you can see, there it is. That's going to be the first of blood, though. This time around, it goes over to King Frenzy. That's a huge pickup in the top lane because that was key trying to pressure Andre. Andre got low, had to recall, right? Key dies and gives the first blood to King Frenzy. That is a big pickup here for El Ganador Knights.
Basically, YASBIH Esports want to give Aran a head start just to be able to scale faster compared to Andre. But unfortunately for them, it was King Frenzy's mobility that managed to pick off some or basically one of the members of YASBIH Esports. And this is what I'm talking about. Two of the members coming in from YASBIH is using the high-end dry. So they will basically use the ambush tactic like what you're seeing on your screen right now. Technically, King Frenzy is going to be the one to catch that red-handed. But so far, it's okay for the side of El Ganador Esports. They're basically just being super cautious. They're sticking in the base. And unless they are with a buddy-buddy system, as far as I can call it, they're absolutely fine because they can do something else. And all of their heroes, if I should say, are mobile and agile enough to be able to escape and sustain their very own lane.
Yeah, Depteezy could be in trouble here. Actually, nice dodge there, but he's going to go eventually get taken out. Now the return damage. Also, Kai's falling down here to 1-for-1. And I was just going to talk about this, right? Now, you have this turtle up here, but that's the thing. There's a Diggy on the side there. Kai's is just fine. We'll be able to help it a lot. Now the initiation, once again, the turtle is going to be taken now by the hands of King Frenzy. They're going to disengage after that one. So they're happy with that. El Ganador Knights grabbing that first big objective of the game here. But here's what I was going to say, Sona, right? You have Kai's on this Diggy. That's a solid choice, especially when you're up against that CC that is going to be coming from that real-world manipulation. But the thing is, Diggy for me at some point, like I get it, the time journey is great, but for me there could have been better choices here. But already Joey going to take quite a bit of damage. You saw the burst coming out from Joey, but unfortunately not enough to get a kill here. That was a nice choice by Sky. The thing is, what I'm saying here with this Diggy pick is it adds that safety net to already the safety net of the heroes they picked, right? The only one that doesn't really have it is Nikushimi on this Beatrix. But that's what Kai's is there for, because Andre has the sprint, has that falling star moon, is able to get around pretty quickly. King Frenzy can just go ahead and get out of there. Hold on once again. Looking for a moment here. Key's going to get spotted out here. Now 3 members down. They're going to crash into the bush, but Key should be fine. There you go. But again, going back to the point, they have so many disengage options here for El Ganador Knights that I feel like you can see it. You can already see some of the struggle for YASBIH Esports.
Yep, and so far, another thing that they have to consider is Key would somewhat fall off in terms of the mid to the late game, aside from the fact that he can also pick up Nikushimi in the late game. But aside from that, there's not going to be a lot of options for them. Sky can easily just go underwater to basically deal the necessary damage once he sees the Natalia. And at the same time, King Frenzy together with Andre and Kais rather is going to deal so much damage and sustain for the rest of the members of El Ganador Knights. So YASBIH, if you're YASBIH Esports, who would you initially pick? Most especially because of the Diggy pick coming in here from Keys, and that is going to be another pick off for themselves. Time's Journey already committed, and it looks like YASBIH Esports will be securing this turtle unless King Frenzy has something to say about it.
I mean, you already saw the damage coming out from Joey, right? Here comes Sky trying to stop something, but it's actually going to be secured by King Frenzy. So nice pickup there by El Ganador Knights. They're going to go ahead and be happy with that. I can't believe they took that from the hands of YASBIH Esports.
That's what you call a drive-through, right? Basically, you just go on a fast food chain. May I take your order? Taking the order, taking the turtle, and delivering the goods back to the bases. El Ganador Knights, that is a wonderful pick off of a major objective that they would want. But talking about El Ganador, is YASBIH Esports on the other hand, they're just basically trying to win every single little green camp that they have all over the map, because it's going to be one of the most fatal and vital portions of what YASBIH Esports is trying to build up. Like, taking a look at the items right now, Aran is able to actually lock down that corrosion site, but at the same time, it is Ling with that wind talker to increase the attack speed. So, hoping that the Natalia would be able to consistently stay alive, and thinking that this Natalia doesn't necessarily have a first item just yet. It's going to be up to a key to be able to stay alive and find a very good pick of potential, which he's about to do now onto the backside.
Yeah, there's a lot of focus here in the bottom lane. Depteasy is pretty low. Let's see if there's actually 4 members here. They're going to be crashing down. Key's just around the corner too. Everybody making their way. The turret finally goes down here. They're going to get sandwiched off a little bit. That rough waves has to be popped by Sky. Should be fine. This is what I was talking about, right? There's a lot of disengaged tools here for El Ganador Knights. So even if they get caught off, they get sandwiched off, they get crashed down on, they are actually in favor of being able to disengage and be okay, right? That's one thing that I will say with this Ling pick into the Natalia showing up in the draft, that first phase, is actually really good, because instead of being a Baksha, for example, where all you can do is try to roll away, and if you get hit, you get stopped, you can actually just go ahead and pretty much walk on walls away, right? So now Turtle's going to be up here. El Ganador Knights showing this dominance in this area. And again, King Frenzy grabbing the turtle and a kill on top of Joey. And now Aaron trying to do his best. Pops that vengeance, but a kill going over to Nikushimi. And finding another one. 2 fall for 2 so far. The return, though. Depteasy pumping out the damage, getting Nikushimi down. And that's going to be a 2 for 3 trade.
That is going to be the Festival of Blood coming in from Aran, coming into play, because he was at least 10% of health, right? And we thought during that moment, King Frenzy was going to be able to take that one down, but instead, it was Nikushimi. Taking a look at the instant replay. Good retribution play coming in from King of Frenzy. Cancelled out the real world manipulation, but just simply take a look at Aran, man. Catching the Tempest of Blades, catching that second skill coming in from Eve, and together with that vengeance, was able to pick off the rest of the members coming in. But another falling star moon.
Yeah, again, this is the bloodbath we expected. Tempest Blade's going to come down. Now the focus being on Aaron. Key is there as well. Can he help out? There's the real world manipulation coming down, but another one goes and bites the dust here. And they're not done yet. Sky not going to be the focus. Key grabs that one. And there you go. 3 fall here for El Ganador Knights. Big pickups here for, man, I just got to say, YASBIH Esports, this is what we were expecting, right? The back and forth, the push and pull between 2 very strong teams is definitely showing here. And what can we say, Sona? I don't think we expected anything less.
Yup, and I have to say, man, Aran is buying so much time for his teammates just to be able to back him up. And even when it is the cost of his life, he's absolutely okay with it, because it's only a 3 for the price of his only life for the side of YASBIH Esports. And taking a look, there is a swing, as he mentioned a while ago, from El Ganador Knights taking the lead in terms of the gold, which is now going to go to the hands of YASBIH Esports by just a little bit, by just 1,000. So it's going to be up to El Ganador Knights this time around, falling into a little bit of a corner to fight back and find a way. But you're absolutely seeing the damage coming in from the cute cat and the rest of the members of YASBIH Esports, most especially now that the Lord has finally responded. And Aran and the rest of the crew might just consider to pick this up as soon as they can.
Yeah, again, this is going to be crucial, right? Lord's going to be up here. They've got to be careful in what they decide to do. You can already see Sky setting up in that bush. He's going to get spotted out here, of course, by Aran. Okay, actually already able to get a crucial resource out from El Ganador Knights. He does not have those rough waves anymore. Also, the time journey being popped here. They're using everything. Lord not even committed to just yet. Falling Star Moon from the back lane. Landre looking to get a lot of attention for himself. Sprints out of there too. Trying to just buy some time. Meanwhile, Key making his way up. They do have the safety of the mid turret still. Key trying to get some vision here. Lord still could be for the taking. Joey's going to go ahead and start that one up. But meanwhile, King Frenzy just around the corner, and he does not miss many retributions. Has to pop the Tempest Blaze, though. Aaron, once again, just getting all the focus here, but that's going to be the kill. Going to the sky. Lord, less than half health here. King Frenzy just around the corner. Andre now showing face. Depteezy's damage needs to be respected, but that's going to be a killing spree for Key. Lord now finally going to the hands of Joey, but they lose one member. Key goes down as well. Nikushimi finding that one, escaping with barely any life. Andre finally getting taken out here. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, it is a bloodbath between these two teams, but YASBIH Esports able to secure the Lord.
Incredible positioning coming in from Key, basically eliminating King Frenzy. King Frenzy was actually being super cautious with the engagement that he was about to do. Taking a look at this instant replay right now, just take a look at the backside, man. It was Key immediately taking the retribution out of the picture for the side of GANADOR Knights, and the rest of the members of the Knights immediately just went out and about, and just in time for the real world manipulation to be able to be commenced. That eliminated Andre in the process. So it's just the layering of skill. Talking about YASBIH Esports that managed them to win that specific team fight. It is not a luminous Lord just yet, but one of the factors is that they have managed to widen the gap that was only playing around 100 to 8,000 in terms of the gold. This time around, they have almost 3,000 in terms of gold lead.
Yeah, and this is tough, right? Because, again, it's just a normal Lord. They should be able to clear it just fine. But GANADOR Knights, technically, backs are against the wall, right? So this is pretty tough for them. They need to continue to play together. What we're going to see, though, is King Frenzy might start pushing on his own, again, doing the split push thing. But this is the thing, Sona, right? Depteezy on this carry, he might be only 1-1. Well, there's going to be the burst. Key goes down. As I was saying, they could look for a pick here. And now they're turning this one around. GANADOR Knights looking to put some pressure here in the mid lane. Depteezy waiting in the bush carefully. They've got to be careful how they initiate this. Joey also looking for an angle here. And GANADOR Knights want to put the focus on the top lane. As I was saying, Depteezy on this carry is having a little bit of a better time, but things will start to fall apart here if GANADOR Knights can actually secure Nikushimi, right, on this Beatrix. Yep. Not only that, but Sky, the scaling for Kadita is pretty good. And once you get those Divine Glaives, that Holy Crystal later on, if that's the build path he's going, if you can find someone, and even if it's Key, if you can find Key and you can get him out of the picture with your burst, you've done your job, right? We can already see here, he's got the Holy Crystal. Right? He's got that Genius Wand. He's got the Arcane Boots. He has quite a bit of penetration already. And later on, he'll definitely pick up the Divine Glaive. So my point is, and there's no magic resistance, right? Not much on Key at all. Because his job, he has one job too. It's literally the same. Go find one, get someone out of the picture, and give us the numbers advantage. So honestly, it's going to come down to those two, really looking for those pickoffs. Because Kai's, his job, just pop that Time's Journey, help people stay alive and nullify the CC, right? That's what he's trying to do here. So these are some crucial decisions that GANADOR Knights have to make. Now this next Lord is coming up. You can see Kai's not here. Key's not here. He's just pushing that in. King Frenzy's going to respond. And Joey is there. He's messing with the Lord, but no one's going to commit to it just yet because in a split second, King Frenzy could come down.
Although they're somewhat looking for Sky, which is basically nowhere to be found in that specific team fight, because again, he's trying to pick up on your point from a while ago. There's not a lot of magic resist coming in from the side of YASBIH Esports, so they need to make a move, but the thing, he's down.
Joey with the burst once again, but also King Frenzy is taken out of the picture in the top side. Now Lord's going to be for the taking here. Joey still has the retribution. There you go. Sky's taken out, and it's disastrous for GANADOR Knights as they fall one after another. Now Nikushimi, there's not much you could do against 1 versus 3, and they find the wipeout. YASBIH Esports just showing how calculated they are.
This is a wonderful team fight display from the Indonesian squad, man. Right from the start, they were just simply waiting for the pickoffs, and it absolutely happened. Basing it off, it only needed one hero to be taken out of consideration before they start the Lord. And people just started coming in. So they basically just said, let's just focus on the players. Never mind the Lord as of the moment, but the Lord is on their side, onto the top lane. And one by one, the inhibitors are slowly starting to fall. 15 kills in 15 minutes for YASBIH.
This is tough, right? GANADOR Knights should be able to still defend against this. There's the charge from the Lord. Base already cracked open, though, bottom and mid. Now the top falls. Completely no inhibitor turrets left. YASBIH Esports could look to just punch this in and force the fight if they want to. Looks like they're going to go with that Aaron pushing it in. Does still hold on to the vengeance. Isn't going to pop that just yet. There you go. Here comes the call signal, forcing him back, but the rough waves do come out. Quite a bit of burst here. Can they find the kill? But the mega kill goes over to Depteezy, taking quite a bit of damage himself, but a killing spree. And now they're trying to turn this one around, but they lose 2 members here. A 1-for-2 trade so far. Andre zoning him out, using the falling star moon, trying to do his best to push the minions too. Joey working on the base though, and that's going to be it. YASBIH Esports takes the game.
What a